Hello Gaslands fans! Today I'm gonna be converting this into something, but before that I want to just say that I might have a problem with posting videos every day for next few days because I need to go and visit my parents in Poland, and it's gonna be hard to make videos there, so I will try to pump out videos for the next week, today and tomorrow. But it might be hard, to get so many videos done, so there might be a small break in the videos. Anyway, but yeah, that's it from the public announcements, and let's go to the table and see what I'm gonna actually make. And it turned into this. Yeah, it's supposed to be pink, but I added some Drukari violet shade to the top, to make it a little bit more splotchy, and it tainted everything purple. But like I said, I want this theme to be somewhat pinkish, somewhat purplish. So this one's gonna be first in purple, and I definitely gonna have some more in pink. So yeah, let's see how I did it. So I was looking at my paints and I noticed that I have still, one of my early years of the Games Workshop paints, a tentacle pink, yeah. And I was thinking about making a pink theme, and then I watched a Weekend Warrior video and he was making a pink truck, and he was struggling massively with the pink paint. And I was like, oh, do I really want to do that? Pink seems like such a hard color to get onto the car. And even though he was struggling so much, I decided to do it anyway. But I think that I just zoomed the camera a bit too much. I need to get my mess into the viewpoint. Yeah, now I'm gonna have more space, and maybe I ain't gonna be escaping so much from the viewer. So what I want to do with this car, I don't want to do much. I actually have found this giant piece of plastic card that I sharpened for some reason. I think that I was doing this for Orcs build, and I just want to put it on the front as a ram. So roughly just I think that I can stick it in between the spoiler and that hood, yeah, here. So just front ram. And not big one, just a spike, which really is not in my style. But how I'm thinking about this theme, somewhat of a pin-up girls, maybe, yeah. So very pinky, maybe some purple as well theme. Let's see if that's gonna actually fit. It's a bit too big, but me, a blade. And now just I always say that when you cut towards yourself, just have a lot of control, yeah, because plenty of people cut their fingers this way. I know what I'm doing, so I'm doing that this way. But if you don't have this amount of control and didn't cut your finger so many times as I did, please don't do it. Do it the other way around. Do it as everyone else is saying. And there is some piece of plastic in here that is stopping me from getting it inside, so just shave it off. Just shave it off. Yeah, it fits. So let's grab the super glue. Yesterday I grabbed a big bottle at the end of the day. And let's just put it in here. And I think that there is probably big enough, contact area, but I still do not trust it so much. So, as usual, I need some baking soda. The baking soda is starting to look more colorful because of all the paints that I'm adding to it lately. But yeah, I have this giant spike and I'm very happy about that. And now what else do I want to do? Hmm, I know that I have some ideas about that car. Yeah, but the thing is, it's actually such a nice car. Doing big conversion on it would actually retract from it. So, if I throw a flamethrower, it's obstructing it, yeah? If maybe I have something, to put on the doorway or something, just something smaller, not so obstructive. I could probably cut out the wheels and put the hover engines, but again, it doesn't speak to me. I think that I'm gonna use this, a futuristic cannon on the side, on the passenger side. Just see how it's gonna look. It's because of this, how the wheels are going in, it's gonna be fighting with the wheel. Oh no, I can actually mount it just a bit lower. It's gonna be covering the wheel and not really doing that much damage to it. So yeah, let's just get it on and hope that it's gonna hold. Come on. I probably should have sanded a little bit. The wheel is holding, but you can see that there is a massive gap in here. I don't like this. I think that I'm just gonna add more super glue in here, and then what I'm gonna do is just sprinkle some baking soda on the car itself, and hope that when I add this, it's gonna create a solid connection. Wow, it worked out better than I was expecting. It feels solid straight away. This is great. So yeah, I have already this balanced car. Yeah, and with this car, the wheels are pretty much sticking out the wheel wells, so I cannot even armor the wheel wells. But maybe from this pile of crap that I throw out of the bag yesterday, I can find some pieces to go on it. Yeah, like maybe this just on the hood here, or the thing is, I like this car, and doing too much to it, it's gonna really break it. Alright, maybe just small armor plates on the doors, yeah, because I just feel like I'm going into my usual place, where I'm overdoing stuff, and then the car gonna start looking very, chunky, very armory, and I want to retain the slickiness of it. Yeah. So yeah, just in here to armor the doors a bit. I know that this style of, just overdoing stuff works for me very well, but sometimes, it just kind of feels wrong, and that's probably this time around. This is perfectly serviceable car right now. It just like I want to do something to it, but I don't want to do something to it. It's a conundrum for me. Sometimes, you know, the build just wants something, you think that it wants something, and then when you do it, you overdo it. So just a little bit of something over here. Yeah, this is again some piece of a computer. And this to add to the junkiness. I'm already overdoing it. Well, yeah, this actually added. I was thinking that it's gonna retract from the car, but it added, so it's okay. And I saw this piece, maybe I can use it somewhere. It's actually a nice, weird looking piece. I don't know what is it from. Nah, not for this car. Oh, I can throw this in between the panels here. But yeah, this is the build. I'm not gonna be adding any more, because if I add more, I'm gonna screw it up. It just feels like pushing this any farther gonna be, you know, detrimental to the entire project. So I'm gonna be right back after I gray bomb it, because, you know, for pink I don't want to use black, as black gonna be harder to cover with pink. So I will see you in a moment. And here we have it, nice and gray, so it didn't change the color too much. Yep. And I'm just hoping that this color, you know, after so many years is still usable. And that I ain't gonna have to struggle as much as the weekend. Okay, I'm gonna have to struggle as much as the weekend warrior. Oh, you know, he have this nice candy pink, yeah. And I was like, yeah, maybe I can go with that as well. And I can see already that this one. Oh no, it's actually covering much better. Give me a second, I'm just gonna grab my vortex mixer and give it another stir. I already stirred it for like a minute or so, but you can hear it, you know, working. It's a very old paint, so it have the right to suck at some stage. And I can see, you know, gloopiness inside, like in here. Yeah, I think that this is gonna be better at painting. What the heck? You see this? A singular hair just sticking out of my brush. I hate when that happens. Wow, but this pink actually covers very nicely. I think that I'm gonna need about 2 or 3 coats of that. Yeah, but yeah. Surprise, surprise, the very old paints from Games Workshop are actually good. Yeah. Like, I don't know what they were doing back then, but I didn't have to struggle so much as I have to struggle with the newer paints. I just assume that made in Britain is a little bit better than made in wherever they are making now the paints. So you can see that the pink is actually going on very nicely. It's a bit chalky in my opinion. But then I don't like very glossy paints either. And, you know, I don't care about any other areas. I want to paint the body first. And then I can come back with a, what do you call it, with a black paint to the parts that I want to be metallic. Yeah, and just paint them with the black paint and then do a little bit of dry brushing on them. Just more of a targeted dry brushing than overall. But yeah, for about 20 years old paint, this actually works beautifully. And here we go, the first layer done. I'm just gonna turn off the video and, you know, make the second and maybe a third layer and be back. So I have fixed up the overspills of pink wherever I deem it appropriate and get it dried, and now I have a bolt gun-ish metal color. Yeah. This is a bit darker than I usually use metallic, and, you know, just a heavy dry brush in here. The same with the giant weapon. The armor plates, like everything that is sticking out of this car, I just want this to be metallic. Yep. And of course this side panel here, I can do this as well. It looks like a blade, maybe the back. And now the wheel caps, just a little bit. All right. Oh, and now the canister in the back. I was thinking what I want to make it, and I want it to be yellow. Yeah. I wonder how this, you know, this is gonna actually get on the gray primer. As usually I struggle with that yellow to cover as well as I want with any yellow, so yeah, this is gonna be a dirty, moggy yellow again. I really wish that I knew how to paint with yellow, but I just suck at it. And no matter how many times I'm gonna repeat that, yeah, I can dry it, repeat it, dry it, repeat it, dry it, repeat it, and it's still gonna look bad. Don't know. So I'm not even bothering with that. Just one layer, that's enough. Now where are my blues? I have my regal blue and my ice blue. For the windows. So this should be fairly easy, of course. I need to be a bit more concentrated than usually when I do stuff like that. And you know exactly why I'm painting the windows. I don't want the people to see that there is no drivers inside. Alright, and now the ice blue, just a tiny bit in here. This should be good enough. Some in here, maybe some over here and here. Yeah, this just creates, the illusion that something is reflecting inside. All right. So, yeah, this is, the main colors put down. Now let's get to drying it. So I'll be right back. So I like roughly how this pink turned out, but I have shade Drukari Violet, and I wanted to tint it, more to the purple color, because it is very bright, and I wanted it to be, more dark. So I just gonna grab a big brush, my what do you call it? Baking soda brush. And I'm just gonna smear it all over this pink, and we're gonna have probably a very cool purple color instead of pink. Yeah. But I think that I'm gonna keep 1 or 2 colors in this pink. I just want to have variation in the color, and this really taints the color a lot. Like, I think that I painted something before, in kind of a reddish color, and then I added this color, and my god, it just became purple straight away. All right, let's dry it off and then go to the weathering and some rusting. So I'm just looking at this color, it changed from very pink to very purple very quickly, but I see only like few spots that I want to add the rust effect, and the one spot that I want to add the rust effect is around the plates here. Yeah. Oh, not enough baking soda. Yeah, and around the blade. And as well, in here, just on the back. Yeah, and then of course orange and more baking soda, because I don't see this as being a very rusty car. I think that some of the rust would be on the blades, maybe because this is exposed metal, but the rest would be quite pristine. Yeah, so this is pretty much all the rusting that I'm gonna be doing to this car. So it is very minimal, some of the plates, some on the blade, I did here in the back. Yeah. And now just some weathering, and normally I would stop for the for drying the rust, but there is not much to dry, so just brown, and again just some beige. Get the big brush, dry it off, and like the weapon I'm gonna try to avoid as much as I can. Of course it's gonna be somewhat dirty on the bottom. Come on. And in here. Yeah, now I can just, do this just to get the wheels done. And now, of course, just a little bit of caking of a mud on the wheels. So baking soda and the two colors that I used for the come on, English, come back to me. For the weathering, yeah, just add it onto the wheels. Some more baking soda. And like even pristine cars would definitely get in this environment into some dirt and mud and muck, so there are places where this is gonna be collecting, especially in here. Alright, and this is done. So I'm gonna throw it on the spin table and be right back. And here we have it, my first car from the new kind of pinkish, kind of purplish theme. I like that it isn't too overdone, because I was really tempted to overdo it, like always. And you know, like just simple conversion sometimes works best. And you know, here I still overdid it a little bit, yeah? Let's don't lie to ourselves, I did overdo it. But not as much as I tend to. So, yeah, this is it. So if you like it, please rate, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, family, and household, you know, animals, and whoever else you can think of. Yeah. And you know, like I really like to hear from you what you think about this idea. And this is it for today. So everybody have a lovely day and take care.